Today we'll expand on responsibility, the greatest possibility. Listen, please come to the space of listening. The very word responsibility creates kind of a feeling, that load, oh God, as if something is put on your shoulder. But I tell you, thinking or feeling responsibility as a weight, heavy, is one of the basic root patterns of human beings. Human beings program themselves with the root pattern of shrinking, death-oriented. Most of our life is death-oriented. And the pattern of death-oriented is the reason for why you feel the very word responsibility looks like a load for you. I tell you, responsibility is the word of consciousness, conscious expansion. The more responsibility you take on your shoulders, more life oozes in your being. When you take more responsibility, sugar is more sweet in your tongue. Listen. Please listen. Responsibility is actually the great possibility, the way of expansion towards life. See, this is the touchstone with which you can find out whether you are living death-oriented life or life-oriented life. If you feel the moment word responsibility is uttered, if you feel load, suffocation, heaviness, weight, then your whole pattern is functioning towards death-oriented life. Your root pattern is death-oriented, shrinking, suffocation. You have neither trust over the life, nor passion over the life, or interest over the life. If you are conscious of life, if you are interested in living the life, if you are living the life, more responsibility means just it's a more sweet in front of you. Because if you have tasted responsibility consciously, you will know responsibility opens so many different possibilities and even brings extraordinary powers inside you, from inside you. The power of healing has happened in me just because I took the responsibility for all the sickness of the world. Anybody is sick, in my consciousness I felt I am responsible. Simply the power of healing came. Anybody is ignorant, I felt in my space I am responsible. The power to initiate came. Understand? Take responsibility. not as a pain or suffocation, but as a great possibility. Whenever you take more and more responsibility, even your muscles start responding to the world in a different way. Your being starts responding to the world in a different way. The people you attract around you will be a different quality. The life you create around you will have a different quality. Feeling responsible in your inner space. Just Buddha's example. All of us have seen enough of sick, old, dead fellows in our life in the young age. But when Buddha saw a sick fellow, an old man, a dead body, he decided to take responsibility for it. When he took the responsibility, he had the power. He naturally experienced the power of healing, body which was never tired, even it was getting aged. It may be getting aged, but it never got old. Buddha got aged, but never got old. And of course, the consciousness which became immortal. Responsibility. Continuously taking more and more and more responsibility. It is actually you realizing your different possibility. The door for you realizing your different possibilities happens when you take responsibility. I tell you, if I have not taken the responsibility of all the sick people in the world, I would have never realized the possibility I can heal. If I would not have taken the responsibility of all the ignorant people, I would have never realized that possibility I can initiate people. If I have not taken the responsibility for all the lack of energy and lack of power, I would not have had the power, I would not have expressed the power to awaken the Kundalini. I tell you, when you take more and more responsibility, your biomemory's capability to enjoy increases. Your muscle memory's capability for life expands. Your brain's possibility expands. I tell you, take responsibility for all the communication. You will simply express telepathy power. What stops you taking responsibility? Constantly calculating what will I gain if I take the responsibility puts you off taking responsibility. Understand, when you take responsibility, your very possibility expands. Who you are expands. Unfortunately, you never know how to measure your expansion other than your cars and houses and the bank balance zeros. If you measure yourself based on your net worth, you are in the unworthy net. You are caught in unworthy net. If you measure yourself with the expansion of your possibilities, every time, I tell you, every time when somebody makes me take more responsibility, I bless them because They are making me expand more. They are making me expand more. I tell you, please listen. Whenever you take more and more responsibility, you find ways to handle more and more responsibility. Your whole nervous system becomes such a possibility for life, joy. I tell you, I am speaking in the national channel. With that responsibility, I can tell you, decide to take more and more responsibilities in your life, you will walk out of even cancer. Taking more responsibility can be a powerful method to heal yourself from cancer. Cancer is nothing but death-oriented thinking. Death-oriented thinking. When you decide to take any responsibility which comes in your breathing space, decide to take any responsibility which comes in your breathing space, it is only huge possibility. Your possibility of health, mental wellness, above all psychic powers, spiritual strength, everything expands more and more responsibility, with more and more responsibility. I have seen in my life, leader is a man who completes the last 10% of any task. Follower is a guy who will do 90%, will not take responsibility for that last 10%. Always that last 10% is completed by a man who takes responsibility. The guy who does not take the responsibility, he makes all the spare parts, but finally will not assemble them. Without screwing it, he will screw it. Listen. It is the being who takes responsibility, who is a leader, completes it. I have seen in my own Sangha, I have seen some of my brahmacharis who are responsible of, who are supposed to be responsible for the department which makes deities, clothes for the deities, garlands, to build temples. I have seen they will only be making the deity and the seat and the backside arch and the clothes and the vehicle on which the deity has to be kept. Everything they will only be making. But nothing will fit with each other end of the day. Means so much of irresponsibility. Nothing will match with other. So much of irresponsibility. All I have to do is, I have to go and plan it and match it. That's it. Means there is no responsibility to deliver. There is no responsibility to maintain. It is only an irresponsible time pass. Same way I have seen, when somebody responsible come to that seat, he thinks through from the whole and finally delivers the exact needed outcome. A leader is a man who does that last 10% job. Only if you feel responsible, it can be done. Not otherwise. Whenever certain revolution happens in the country, all the other guys are destroyed. For example, when the communist revolution happens, all the fellows who are not associated with communism, other theories, philosophies, they are all destroyed by the communist heads. Same way when there is a Naxalite revolution, they destroy everyone else. When there is a capitalist revolution, they destroy everyone else by putting them into poverty. When there is a Christian revolution, they destroy all Muslims. When there is a Muslim revolution, they destroy all Christians. Whenever a cosmos does revolution, it destroys all the irresponsible fellows. It's a law of life. It's a law of life. There is no sympathy, compassion can be shown for irresponsible fellows. Irresponsible fellows are not even human beings. They are subhuman. They are lower than animals. Whenever the cosmos does the revolution, it destroys irresponsible fellows. I tell you, just yesterday I was reading Uttarakamikagamam. I was spending little time. Then I spent little time on Manusmriti. Simply I could see the whole Manusmriti is written on one truth, responsibilism. That's all. Just responsibilism. Responsibilism. That is all Manusmriti. What a powerful cosmic law. Only a sage like Manu a visionary like a Manu can think in that language. All the fellows who abused Manu only made wealth for their family. And they created their own community, who are elite, rich. Manu is neither caste-based nor community-based or communal-based. He is responsibility-based. Manu is the solution. Manu is the solution. I tell you. Manu is the solution. A powerful solution. It is time it is time people realize Manu's possibility. I feel at least our Sangha should respect Manu and read Manu as a syllabus. In our Gurukul, we should have Manu as syllabus. At least essence of Manu can be syllabus so that kids will have answer for all the questions of life. Why is somebody poor, somebody rich? Why is somebody sick, somebody healthy? Why is somebody bright, somebody dull? Why is somebody alive, somebody dead? All the whys you have towards God and the world and the nature will be simply answered if you read Manu, internalize Manu. Manu means the being who took the responsibility and grown. Understand? Catch it. It's Manu. Law of life is responsibilism. From the young age, the responsibilities you take decides even the growth of your bone, growth of your bone structure. Recently I was studying the physical growth ratio in different parts of India and all over the world, and the lifestyles of in that areas. I can directly see the civilization societies where people have the lifestyle of responsibility. They have a freedom. If they take responsible, they can cross the sky and they take the responsibility. All that kind of communities, their bone structure has grown, evolved to the 100% possibility. Some places even 120% possibility, means much better growth than your parents, elders. But the societies where responsibility is not going to be directly supporting you, or responsibility is not taught to you, or you are not taking the responsibility, that kind of societies, even bone structure of the body does not grow more than 40%. The growth of even physical body happens only 40%. The Indian rural villages, people don't take responsibility. They don't even take responsibility for their agriculture. I can see very clearly their bone structure never grows. In the Western civilizations where people take responsibility, their whole bone structure grows to its peak possibility. So why somebody is healthy, somebody lives long, somebody is rich, everything can be explained if you just internalize Manusmriti. It is ability to take the responsibility. Feeling responsible for everything, whether it's your blood pressure or diabetes or cough. When you feel responsible, it becomes all right. I tell you from my experience. Only when I felt responsible, body healed itself. It is so irresponsible. Society does not teach people to be responsible. I tell you, responsibility is the greatest key. How the kings are made, saints are made, leaders are made, stars are made, celebrities are made. Responsibility is the material out of which the elite society is made. It is responsibility. That's the greatest lesson. I tell you, it's with responsibility. Life is learnt, lived, enjoyed, expanded, eternalized. I am using a new word for Videha Mukti. Eternalizing. Eternalization of life. Each one of us are responsible for eternalization of life. Look into your life in every level. Sit with yourself. Are you having health issues? Are you having conflicts internally? Are you having mental depression? Are you having incompletions? Are you feeling suffocated? Are you experiencing the moments of powerlessness? Are you experiencing like a slave? Are you feeling unfulfilled? Are you feeling suffocated with relationships? Are you having poverty? Are you in spiritual poverty? Sit, pen down everything one by one and meditate on every item individually, deciding I am responsible. Now how can I transform it? One part of your mind will tell, oh, you are responsible. If you take responsibility now and start altering, after 10 years you may alter. That is okay. Just because it is going to take 10 years, I can't just be keeping quiet without taking responsibility. I have to take the responsibility. Or if you feel you are not looking beautiful, handsome, take responsibility even for that. Whenever you take responsibility for anything, you have solution. You have solution. You can complete with it. You can complete with it. Even I am learning this lesson. I am learning. I can see I am learning. Wherever you feel powerless, take responsibility in each of those zones. You will simply feel solution is in front of you. You can solve it and life can be full of power. life should not have even one moment of powerlessness. Sit, one by one, draft, expand. How you are feeling powerless? What are the moments of powerlessness you feel in your life? And decide to take the responsibility for it. When you take responsibility for it, you will see you are powerful. Solution is there in front of you. Responsibility. Responsibility first enriches you, expands you, adds so much life to you, adds so much life to you. It just adds life to you. Every moment when you take responsibility, your muscles expand, become energetic, alive, living.
Jivan Mukti Pradam Devam Kshama
Paramahamsa Nithyananda is a rare living incarnation, a yogi by birth. He has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English, books in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese, with translations in 26 languages are available. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 8,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services, ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world offer exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. Having meditation centers in 151 countries including Bidadi, Thiruvannamalai, Rajapalyam, Salem, Hyderabad, Varanasi, Los Angeles, Ohio, Seattle, San Jose and Phoenix. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, a spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation. A contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers. Adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, he has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands, gracing them with spiritual powers. A spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples worldwide in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places like Bangalore, Hyderabad and Thiruvannamalai in India. A dynamic young guru who is an inspiration to thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online. A beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment.
वन्दे पापविनाशक्तं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतं नित्यमुक्तं निर्विकल्पं ध्यानलोकप्रदीपकं वन्दे शान्तमयं बन्धं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम् आनन्दगन्धसञ्चारं सर्वोपाधिविनिर्मुक्तं वन्दे ज्ञानालयं नाथं नित्यानन्दाय स्वागतम्.
Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.